Hey, Baragon. Or the wrong name. Man, my screen looks different. Hey, D-Man. It is not showing up on my laptop. Ooh, I see some wrong answers. Because I haven't turned on the light. That's why. Well, guys, I can't evidently get on live on my, well, let's see. I can't win. Oh, now it shows up. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try. I'm sorry, guys. It's just gonna have to be one of those videos or one of those lives where it's just gonna be dark. Because I can't win. Guys, I don't know what I did, but my right arm or my left arm is killing me right now. It's a lucky thing I'm right-handed. Did D-Man, did you see what I did with the well, no, because I haven't posted it yet. I feel my age right now, guys. Wait, why? I feel my age. My hand is aching. Nope, I haven't had a nap. That's half my problem right there, is no nap. There is the scientific name for our first animal that we're talking about today. Hi, big sis, little sis fam. I do not want to hear any ha-has from the audience today. The animal that we're talking about today is the Asiatic wild ass. No, I am not changing the name. That's what we're using. People need to be mature. And luckily for me, we are all pretty much mature. So, this is an animal that right now is near threatened. They are stable as far as the population goes. There are 65,000. Charles Swigger, 2260. Huh. Nice has very little to do with it. It has to do with being mature. There are around 65,000 mature individuals, and its species recovery score is 40%. That means that as of right now, this species is 40% recovered. I don't know if it'll ever be able to be fully recovered, but it's getting there. Threats to its survival. I feel like there's a lot. One of the things going on is converting the land to farmland. These guys, yeah, no, not this time. This time it is not in Africa. Although, give me a second, guys. My hand is a little bit sore, and I'm a little bit slower right now. I got you. That's okay, Jurassic. These guys are going to be found right now China, India, Iran, Mongolia, Turkmenistan, they're being reintroduced into Israel, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. They are extinct in the following countries: Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan. Sorry for ruining these. Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait. Starts with a K. Kyrgyzstan, Lebanon, Russian Federation, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Tajikistan, Turkey, and the Ukraine. So a whole mass of area that these guys are absent from. Something like that I've heard about. These guys are in trouble because we are converting what was their original habitat into farmland and other uses, overhunting, displacement, competition from domestic stock for food and water. They have been wiped out in 95% of their former range. They are also at risk of diseases that are carried by domestic animals. They have lost habitat. In order to protect their fields, farmers either chase them off or they kill them. Invasive plants have been introduced that have damaged the ecosystems. Habitat is fragmented, divided up with roads, railroads, and other issues. Fences along borders also keep them from migrating or hinder them. Reduced access to water. And in case you're wondering, they actually fell prey to an illegal trade for their skins. And sadly, people harass them for the fun of it. For the fun of it. What is being done to save them? They are supposedly protected from hunting in all their native range. Under CITES, they are protected. That's good, D-Man. China has no plans with how they're going to help this animal. And in some places, they are reintroducing it. I only found them in one zoo, and that was in Israel. I agree, D-Man. I love the quizzes that you see online where the guy asks people questions and then he shows them like the outline of the nation and they have to name it. I would be lost. Next up, we have the Asian giant tortoise. Now, its status, yeah, their skins, their hide. The Asian giant tortoise is critically endangered. It does count for something. Their status is critically endangered. Population trend is decreasing, and I do not have a current population for this animal. Why is it threatened? It is killed for meat by local hunters and gatherers. They are even exported for consumption. Imagine that. Imagine exporting a turtle just to eat it. They are caught for the pet trade from 2000, from the year 2000 to the year 2015. A total of 507 live tortoises were rescued in 7 different shipments. What is being done to save the animal? It is included in CITES Appendix 2, allowing international trade as long as the animals are not put in danger. And several populations are protected in areas as well. They have 7 zoos in the United States that house them, 1 in Canada. There are a total of 4 in Germany, 2 in France, 1 in the Netherlands, 1 in Austria, 1 in Switzerland, 2 in the UK, 12 in Indonesia, and 2 in Singapore. And that's all I got. Because my hand was hurting and I didn't want to be in front of the computer anymore. So I apologize for that. No, they need to manage stuff better. Lots of people eat turtle. My dad ate it. Well, but what's sustainable here, if you don't understand that the animal is in danger, how do you... It's hard. It has to be hard. I mean, sustainable is the best way to go. But sometimes it is what it is. Um, huh. I want to see something. So, this is, and this is not a sponsored thing at all, but we have to be really careful when we look at what people eat, because chances are really good that your ancestors were eating, oh, snaps. Hold on. If you lived at a different time, you would be eating things that and there are cases where, because in my area, I don't know what deer populations are like down there, but up here, until the coyotes came in, we wiped out predators. And the only way to really control the deer is to hunt them. If you do not control populations, this is what happens. Disease is going to spread. And as D-Man probably knows, there are some incredibly horrible diseases that are running amongst deer. Really, really bad ones. And then add in the fact that more and more habitat is being taken over. We're pushing the animals further into our into human areas. They're looking for food. And if there isn't enough food to sustain the population, animals are going to starve. Sorry. We live in a very spoiled society. Where we can go to the store and buy everything that we eat. I would probably agree with that. They don't grow the food, and I'm not suggesting that or not trying to, but just about everything that you want to eat can be found at a grocery store. I brought this up on Facebook because people were whining about animals should be, they are. They're not acting, they are spoiled like that. Um People were complaining that animals should not be in zoos. Um and I suggested that releasing wild animals into the wild from zoos is pretty much akin to me taking you to somewhere 1,000 miles from the nearest grocery store with just the clothes on your back, a fire starter, and a bottle of water, and a mess kit, and telling you, I'll be here in 30 days. No, I'll be here in 60 days to pick you up. No training, no first aid training, no edible plants books. Just here you go. Go do it. Yeah, she gonna get far in this life. I mean, if you think about what the Native Americans went through, I don't think it's what the school classes the kids are getting. Are they paying attention? And what are they getting at home? Here's here's the this is what I see. This is the problem that I see. Teachers teach for the test. You know those standardized tests that they make you take that count towards possibly a teacher's salary or job? They teach the curriculum. Well, when you leave it up to the teachers to do everything, there's issues. And some of what I've seen being talked about online is garbage. Because there are some really good teachers out there doing their best. And some of that starts at home. They have no attention spans. I do. They have little to no attention spans. They talk back. Parents have to read to their kids. I handing a kid a phone or a computer or a video game does squat. Well, that doesn't sound that might have been a elementary teacher, but not all elementary teachers are villains. The problem is during COVID, during COVID, we had to do something. What the heck? During COVID, we had to do something to ensure that the kids were getting lessons. And so we started putting them through well, that's on the parents. You don't necessarily have to spank to discipline. Sometimes we create the problem. I agree. Having having boundaries, having the rules in the house. My parents have a law. My dad has this law in the house. That wasn't even in. No wonder it was so dark. My dad has a rule in the house. And it goes like this. You get arrested for anything. He is not gonna show up with the bail. Not happening. That's anybody, Carrie. Schools are trying to break the kids of the Chromebooks. Or at least some are. I give credit. The other thing that doesn't do much good is if dad is the one that puts out the punishment, like they ground him for a week. And then mom comes behind. And then somebody comes around and undoes it. Yeah, that gets me mad. I'm sorry. There is too much nowadays of and I'm not defending bad teachers. I can tell you, my kids, the kids that we had in my class, they were checking out Rosa Parks. And in some schools, that was banned. And we read about it in class. When it comes to curriculum, I agree. I agree it's hard. But you still have to have rules. And it can't be, well, today Johnny wrote on the wall and got away with it, but Tommy didn't. It's got to be, this is the rule, this is the punishment. I listened to some parents. It does. If I had kids and my kid was being bullied and they defended themselves and they got suspended, I would take them out for ice cream. We had a kid defended one of my kids, one of the special needs kids at my school. He got in trouble for doing it. I would be like, again, if that were my kid, I would be taking him out for ice cream. We need to have we need to go back to with parent permission. I don't know how I would feel about swatting a kid, but I think teachers that are willing to do it or principals that are willing to do it, there are principals out there who a kid will come down to the principal's office for calling the teacher a bad word. They might show up back in the classroom with a bag of chips. And that doesn't fly either. Sometimes kids need to not be in the classroom. I'm not saying that we need to be abusing kids, but I think having some type of punishment is a good thing. If a kid is acting out in the classroom, they don't need to be there. Either in school or parents need to make an arrangement. There, we have got too soft. I don't think we need little Tommy to be swatted in front of the whole class, or made to feel bad about himself. But there is so much on a teacher's shoulders nowadays. 50 years ago, we never would have put them through that. A lot of teachers have. I mean, I feel for parents, but I also know what it's like on the other side of the spectrum. I agree. The teachers that I had, they didn't put up with it. I feel bad for the kids and I feel bad for the teachers. I belong to a couple of teachers groups online, discussion boards, and there's a lot of them who are like, I'm done. I mean, different reasons, but yeah. I don't think that. Oh no, I'm gonna do them. Why would I not do them? Should I reschedule that one? D-Man, do you want to be there for it? Is that it? No, if you want to be there for it, I'll reschedule it. It is not an issue. I mean, there's also other species too, so I just picked those two because they were sort of widely known. But there's a quadrillion topics that I could come up with. I don't even think I've covered an ounce of species that I could cover. I have mammals, invertebrates. If I have somebody that really wants to be there for a topic and they can't be there, I would switch it up. Now my problem is I can't do it Wednesday, or I could do it Sunday or Saturday. I could do it Saturday, but I couldn't do I couldn't do the second part of it. Um I don't have my big chunky database of stuff. some a little bit limited as far as stuff goes. So if I switched out them, I would switch out the evening one too. No, it's an intentional mystery. No, I don't want to switch Saturday. I need to pick a new thing for the 20th. We're not going to do the Zoom calls. The special guest narrator is the dark one. Assuming I have a voice. That is true. Wow. Friday. Yeah, guys, if in general, if there is something that you really, really are looking forward to seeing and something happens, and let's say Baragon is really excited for a topic, but he ends up not being able to be there, let me know. There's so many topics I could cover. Sometimes I have to pull a rabbit out of my hat, but eh. I have 2 in May. No, that's too far. Let's not do that. So um I want to, maybe what I'll do. I need to go in and rename some of these. January 9th, we're doing Allosaurus and Dimorphodon. But I need to rename that because that's not right. It's not like we don't have other stuff. Man, I have a lot of holes I need to fill. While I have you guys here, Baragon and D-Man, what can I pair up with Allosaurus and Dimorphodon? I believe Dimorphodon is a flyer. Let me make sure. Before I go flapping my gums. I hate when I do that. Oh, that one comes back for nothing. Okay, Brachiosaurus. No. What about Dimorphodon? That's what I thought. It is a flying reptile. It's a pterosaur, so maybe pterodon? Pterodon or Quetzalcoatlus? Then this is a while out. This is not like Friday's replacement. Oh, you guys can't even see me. I think Quetzalcoatlus would be so cool to do if I can spell it. So Dimorphodon is not Cretaceous, I take it. I'm not so much worried about oh, they were Jurassic. Maybe that's why I picked them. Okay, hold on. You know, what the heck? I love when I don't know. I will figure it out. But that's why they pay me the big bucks, right? Something like that. I made the mistake of doing one creature a night, and it put me behind. Or not behind, but it made things really wonky so that I was only covering one topic and then opening it up for open chat instead of taking advantage of the time. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that has to be paired up with other stuff. So fun. Dimorphodon will be paired up with another animal from the Jurassic. It may not be a pterodactyl or a pterosaur. It just may not be. But January we have Allosaurus and Brachiosaurus, Dimorphodon. I think I have another. I thought I had another. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Guys, I'm going to let you go. Why is it so quiet? I want to see something. Oh, the good news is my hand has stopped hurting as badly. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get some work done. I will figure stuff out. Do some reshuffling. And then hopefully, D-Man, it'll work out. Thank you, Baragon. Bye, everybody.